when they say that the government needs to be the watchman of the people. I say, who watches the watchman? I say,
wow,
it is not for the government to change the people. It is time for the people to change the government.
Yeah. Clinton Jaws, this is the best I've ever seen Poilievre do. It's the best speech I've seen him do, and he does it poetically. While Trudeau sits in the audience and has to watch it. Poilievre just rips him apart. You gotta see it. I know I say this a lot, guys, but it means everything to me. Please subscribe. And here's a hint to the end. Look at everybody standing up, standing ovation. Everybody in the audience. You have to see this moment. This moment tells it all. It speaks for itself. And I don't want to yell. I don't want to get excited. But I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Trudeau walks in and I'm like, why are they applauding him? Watch this. By the way, I didn't even say this. It's an event that they held. A secret event, actually. They didn't tell anybody where it was at because they were worried. It's an event. It's an anniversary of the October 7th attack. Right here. The camera goes over. There's the RCMP. You gotta watch this. You gotta watch this. Watch. She looks over. You see that? See how she looks over here? She's like, oh, they love us here. They love us here. And I'm like, why do they love them so much being there? Look over. Oh, yeah. I'm like, weird. Then the camera turns over. They're applauding Poilievre. Says it all. Says it all. Standing up. So huge. Trudeau comes in. They do nothing. Poilievre comes in. Ovation. Right off the bat. They both get up and they do speeches. Trudeau gets up, man. And he talks in English and French. He puts the crowd to sleep. He talks slowly and goofy like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
365 days ago, we were all shaken to our very cores as we, Canadians, woke up on a peaceful autumn morning.
Anyways, everybody falls asleep. I'm not even going to show it to you. He gets a couple of pitter-patters. And I don't even know what to say here. And I don't even want to interrupt here. Poilievre gets up. And every applause break is a huge applause. I don't mean to have such a big boner for this guy. I just can't wait to see Canada get back on track. Listen to his words. You know what's going to happen.
Shalom. Merci. Thank you. Today, our ears are filled with the echo of horror. Our eyes are darkened with the shade of genocidal cruelty. 365 days ago today, we saw exacted upon the Jewish people the worst and most deadly attack since the Holocaust. An attack carried out by a genocidal death cult, Hamas. They deliberately targeted civilians, children. They burned people alive, tortured children in front of their parents. They mutilated dead bodies, and then they displayed their cruel, sadistic, diabolical horrors in posts that they would put on the internet, not even trying to conceal their evil. And why did they do it? And why now? Why at this moment, suddenly, after 15 years? Was it because war was breaking out? Exactly the opposite. It was because peace was breaking out. Israel now they see the same motives and vicious hatred carried out on our very streets, with a staggering increase in hate crimes, most of them directed at the Jewish people. Why now? Why now? In 2008 and 2007, 2006, when Israel was forced to fight back against Hezbollah in Lebanon, there was no violence on our streets. We did not have hate crimes overtaking Jewish communities, protests at Jewish hospitals, Jewish homes, Jewish businesses. When there was conflict again in 2014, that did not spill into our streets. So why now? Why all of a sudden has this hatred found such a home here in Canada? Now, some say it's because our people are flawed. The government needs to fix the people, censor the people, better control and corral the people. Well, is it really the people who are the problem? It wasn't the people who appointed Laith Maruth, an anti-racism expert, after he had said, and I quote, "Life is too short for shoes with laces or for entertaining Jewish white supremacists with anything but a bullet in the head." Given a Government of Canada grant, this individual supposedly to fight racism. Or Birju Ditani, appointed as the Commissioner of the Canadian Human Rights Commission, after he wrote, "Terror is not an irrational strategy pursued solely by fundamentalists with politically and psychologically warped visions of a new political, religious, or ideological order. It is, in fact, a rational and well-calculated strategy that is pursued with surprisingly high success rates." The head of our Human Rights Commission. My friends, this ideology that seeks to divide our people based on race and ethnicity, that has led to these horrifying outbursts of hatred, are not from the bottom up, they are from the top down. And it has been further accentuated by a government that has let in someone who appears to have been let into Canada and given citizenship to someone who appeared to be in a video mutilating a citizen on a crucifix in the Middle East on behalf of ISIS, someone who then went on to try and stage another attack in Canada. Yet another terrorist came into Canada, preparing to stage an attack from Canada to Jews in New York. All of this, well, our tax dollars fund UNRWA, an organization that has helped carry out the attacks of 9/11, of October 7th. So, when they say that the government needs to be the watchman of the people, I say, who watches the watchman? I say, wow, it is not for the government to change the people, it is time for the people to change the government.
Yeah.
When I stand here today with you, with my brilliant and courageous heroine deputy leader, the great Melissa Lantsman, and reiterate the commitment that I've made to you and that I've made to our Muslim brothers and sisters, and that is that we will always take one stand. No matter where we are, we as conservatives will say the same thing. I love the Muslim people. And when I go into their mosques, and I do proudly visit their mosques, I tell them I am a friend of Israel. I say the same things there that I do here. We can no longer accept political parties sending one MP into one place to say one thing and another MP into a different place to say exactly the opposite. We will put behind us this ugly ideology that has divided our people, and we will reclaim the country that we knew and love. And we will do it based on the teachings of the great Wilfrid Laurier, if you don't mind me praising a liberal. He was asked, what is Canada's nationality? And he could not list an ethnicity or a religion. We were already mixed up way back then. We had people from all over the world. So he said, Canada is free, and freedom is its nationality. We united around the idea that it didn't matter where you came from, it mattered where you were going. We united around the idea that you could worship God in any way you chose, that you had the freedom to think what you wanted, say what you wanted, be who you wanted, and to be left in peace with your family. And that is the principle that will unite us again. You have my word that I will stand up for freedom here at home and around the world. We will secure our borders to keep terrorists out. We will I will make clear to universities that if they spread anti-Semitism or make Jews feel unsafe and uncomfortable on their campuses, they will not be eligible for federal funding. We will defund anti-Semitic organizations and activists. We will defund UNRWA and give the money to the Palestinian people who are suffering. I will back Israel's right to defend itself, which includes retaliating against those that attack Israel. Israel must be able to prevent Iran from using nuclear weapons. If necessary, that means proactively striking Iranian nuclear sites and oil installations to defund the terrorist regime.
Wow.
Thank you.
Bring it home, bitch!
What's that?